सिल्वर और गोल्ड में भी इन्वेस्ट नहीं किया तो गाड़ी छूट जाएगी हमारी।
चलती हुई ट्रेन में चढ़ना और उतरना हमेशा हानिकारक है, राइट? होम इन्वेस्टिंग इज लाइक
People think that higher the risk is equal to higher the return.
in the market. What happens is either you lost money or you made money. Whether the risk is low or high, you should never lose money.
So entrepreneurs sometimes they make really good money, and
Yeah.
there are so in entrepreneurs' life the ups and downs are really very highs and lows are very much there. And so in the highs maybe they can if they are they have good guidance and maybe they can invest at the right time in the highs, and it helps them to face the lows.
Correct. I mean, just while you were saying this, I remembered one of my clients who was an entrepreneur, and when I started on my own, he gave me this golden rule, which I don't know whether it will help any of your viewers, but he said, Hardeep, make a 1,000-day principle. So if for 1,000 days your concept or your venture works, you continue. Otherwise, you have to know that this is not right.
This is not right.
Yeah. So you have to maybe step back at that point. Now, that worked for me. But I don't know, there are different kind of businesses. There are businesses which have long gestation period. So it might not work, but just out of experience.
Yes. The 1,000 days rule is really kind of a lot of people say that. And in fact, in Gujarati also they say 3 saal do.
So which is
almost
1,000
years. There is a lot of people think that higher the risk is equal to higher the return. Is that true? Like the more risk I take, the more return I will get?
So that's a very interesting topic and very, I would say, close to my heart.
Okay.
Because people learn this very hard way. So there is this Howard Marks graph, which normally I refer to. So the median of that graph will always show higher risk and higher return. But at every point, there will be a bell curve. Now, bell curve, like the characteristic of a bell curve is कि उसके extreme में conditions होते हैं कि या तो बहुत high return आएगा, low return आएगा, या negative return आएगा.
Yes.
People don't think about it. They just say कि higher, and that's how I think economics also teaches us, right?
Yes.
So it's not their mistake. Even best of the brains also think like that. Reading other people and learning from their experiences taught me that doesn't mean anything actually in the market. In the market, what happens is either you lost money or you made money. So whether the risk is low or high, you should never lose money. So that is the first golden rule of the investments. Yeah.
Do you know any someone who has made a decision of betting wrong in the market and taking a call which is which seemed right at that point of time, but at the later point of time it became wrong?
I can give you a very extreme example of it. When I started my career in 2008, so in our team, there used to be so as a team, we used to handle clients. Right? So there was a client who was a doctor and he owned a hospital. And when crude was around 140, it touched 150 and came to 140. He betted all his money in crude. So those memories bring me back to what's happening in silver today.
Yes,
actually. And then what happened after that is a history. He had to lose his hospital because the margin calls were so high. So these kind of experiences right at the start of my career actually helped me a lot to understand what can go wrong in extremities of the market. So I think that is the reason I try not to participate in any frenzies of the market.
This is an interesting story. Now my question will be about something which comes to basics of investing. Suppose if I am investing right now, and how should I catch cycles, of the market, or make a invest in the hero fund, which is going to give me the best returns in say 5 or 10 years from now.
That hero fund actually sounded very cliche,
No.
but yeah. So
Yeah, but we hear a lot of this is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hero fund you should invest.
so आज का hero कल का zero. So nobody stays hero for long, right? So they also have their careers. See, there are good fund managers. There are bad fund managers also. I would say I will not say that everybody is saint and everybody is good in the investing field. We need to be with the names we trust. And if somebody is starting out and investing, I think there are enough and good fund managers around in the industry to start their investments. I think the starting point for any investor to understand the cycles is you take out an asset and see last 3-year, 1-year returns of that asset.
Okay.
If it is showing negative and that asset inherently has no problem, though when it is negative, there will be a lot of news about there being a problem. But you'll have to, like I told you earlier in our talk, that cut the noise and think about it. If that asset is not like a bad asset to be in, start investing in that asset.
Correct.
So that is where you start viewing the cycle, right? And once you have enough experience, you will also know when to exit it also. So, I mean, the basic, I can tell you offhand. See, very, very basic price of any stock is what? EPS into the price to earning ratio.
Price to earnings, yes.
Right? Now, when the earnings are peaking and when you see that there will be a slowdown in the earnings and it's already started coming in, the commentary will be something like order books are there, but there have been some delays. So these kind of buzzwords, when it starts sticking to your mind, you think that the stock is, the sector is already peaked out.
Peaked out, yes.
So that is the time to sell. But another barometer to this is that what options do you have after that, right? So either you just go into debt or maybe just stay safe, or you have a better opportunity than that. Now, to assess that better opportunity, I think you should always look at what margin of safety is there in this particular sector and whether we have better margin of security in some other sector. So if you have wherewithal of maybe evaluating this part, I think that cycle is very easy to catch and get out of.
If I'm thinking this sector has peaked out or this sector has completed its cycle, then I should see, and I'm seeing more opportunity in some other sector, then maybe I can shift. That is the right time to be.
And look at the margin of safety, right? I mean, see if. So how do you see margin of safety? I'll just tell you in very, very simple terms.
Yes.
So let's say P ratio of a particular sector is being 17. Okay. On an average for last 10 or 15 years, whatever you want to see. Now, currently, let's say it's trading at 15 or 16. So you know that pendulum has swung the other way already, and it can go maybe another 1-2% or 5% down, but beyond that there is no scope. So that is the sector you catch. So it happened in PSU banks and then private banks last year. Yes. Pharma in 2023. So all these are examples of how reversal to means actually works. So
इसके अंदर मुझे बिकॉज हम स्विचिंग की बात कर रहे हैं इसलिए
तो मैंने स्विचिंग यूज किया, सेलिंग नहीं यूज किया क्योंकि सेलिंग करना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है. स्विच जब बोलोगे तो थोड़ा इजी हो जाता है काम.
हाँ करेक्ट. एक एग्जांपल मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि जैसे मैंने अभी रिसेंटली ये बात हुई है जहाँ पे जैसे हमने पहले आया कि एआई स्टॉक्स के अंदर तो एआई डेटा सेंटर्स में इन्वेस्ट करना है. अभी वहां से फिर उठ गए कि अभी रेयर अर्थ मेटल को ढूंढो, अभी उधर जाके इन्वेस्ट करना है. अभी हमें सो इट्स लाइक वी आर गोइंग इन लाइक हमें इस लेन से उस लेन में फटाफट जाना है. जो सिनेरियो जिस तरीके का चल रहा है उसके अंदर पीपल आर गोइंग रियली मैड अबाउट इधर भी इन्वेस्ट कर लेता हूँ, उधर भी कर लेता हूँ, मेटल्स भी ले लेता हूँ, कहीं एआई नहीं छूट जाए.
नहीं तो ये तो बिहेवियर है. अभी कुछ लोग होते हैं जिनका बिहेवियर ही ऐसा है. या आपने ड्राइविंग करते हुए देखा होगा कि कुछ लोग हैं जो एक लेन से आपको कट करते हुए आगे चले जाएंगे और फिर इधर दूसरी लेन में चले जाएंगे और नेक्स्ट सिग्नल पे वो आपके साथ ही खड़े होंगे,
हाँ
या आपसे पीछे भी खड़े हो सकते हैं,
हाँ सही
राइट?
हाँ ऐसा कई बार
वो
हुआ है।
फोमो इन्वेस्टर्स है, वो तो ऐसे ही दैट इज अ नॉर्मल बिहेवियर, यू कांट चेंज दैट. But there are investors who are very content with what they're doing, and that brings me to another learning from my past experience. जो attachment to money है ना,
हाँ
that is what makes you take all these bad decisions. Because आप अगर इतना अटैच हो गए ना पैसे के साथ कि वो जल्दी बनाना है आपको, राइट? देन द मेंटालिटी इज ऑलवेज कि अभी मैं इसमें घुस जाऊँ, नहीं नहीं उधर ज़्यादा बन रहा है, मैं उधर चला जाऊँ उधर. सो दैट डिटैचमेंट फ्रॉम मनी इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू मेक मनी. तो अगेन एक और जो काफ़ी कॉमन चीज़ यूज़ होती है हमारे सर्कल्स में, तो जैसे कि इन्वेस्टर कम्स टू द मार्केट, ही आइदर गेट्स वेल्थ और ही गेट्स एक्सपीरियंस. तो जिसके पास ज़्यादा अटैचमेंट वेल्थ का होता है ना, उसको एक्सपीरियंस ही मिलता है. और जिसका अटैचमेंट नहीं होता उसको वेल्थ मिलता है. सो आई थिंक वो एक आप
एंड वी लर्न आल्सो विद टाइम. मतलब जैसे जैसे टाइम आता है तो हमें पता चलता है कि मनी इज नॉट, वी शुड नॉट चेज क्विक मनी. थोड़ा
फिलोसॉफिकल हो गया, बट आई थिंक दैट इज द राइट वे टू लुक एट इट.
करेक्ट.
क्योंकि ये आप जितना उसको ये करोगे ना, हम हमारे बचपन से बोलते हैं ना, लक्ष्मी चंचल होती है, तो आप जितना चेस करोगे उतना वो आपसे दूरी भागेगी. जितना सिंपल आप रख सकते हो अपनी इन्वेस्टमेंट फिलोसफी को. अभी तक हमने जितनी बातें की, इट्स वेरी वेरी सिंपल. लेकिन जो बिहेवियर है, दैट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू मैनेज. एंड दैट इज व्हाई अगर आप देखोगे जो इकोनॉमिक्स नोबेल लॉरिएट्स हैं पिछले 10-20 साल के, उसमें से 2 ऐसे हैं जिनको नोबेल प्राइज इसलिए मिला बिकॉज दे आर साइकोलॉजी, दे स्टडी साइकोलॉजी नॉट इकोनॉमिक्स.
ओके.
सो बिकॉज we always thought basic principle of economics is जो आदमी है वो rational है, मतलब human being is rational.
Yes.
Which is not the case.
Okay.
So
human beings are not rational.
They are non-rational because like for the reasons I told you, right? I mean, there are vices for everybody, right? I mean, for human beings it's normal. They behave in a way which is non-rational for longer period of times also, and in a herd they behave even longer period. So irrational in a longer period of time. So that I think is the founding principle that markets big. So that brings me to another very popular adage in the market, which is market can be rational longer than you can be solvent.
Yes.
So that is where it comes from.
I just want to know about your first investment. जो आपने अपनी first investment करी होगी, because you were tracking the markets and all. So when did you make your first investment and what was it?
Investment तो बहुत late की actually. पैसे नहीं थे.
Okay.
So 2000 I think 9 या 8 I think मैंने start की investments, और तब banking अच्छे समझ में आ रहा था because I was already working in a bank. So I bought ICICI Bank at very very low prices, and I started SIP also in ICICI Discovery Fund. Now it's called Value Discovery. Earlier it was Discovery Fund.
Okay.
And 2009 end or 10, I sold those investments. I bought my first car.
Wow.
So that has been my start of the journey, and as it progressed, I diversified into real estate. I diversified into gold, precious metals. So that asset allocation was actually right from the start. Yeah.
And like, what is the worst investment? Because best investment तो चलो ठीक है, लेकिन आपकी worst investment क्या थी आज तक?
Worst investment बोलते हैं ना, मरने के बाद ही स्वर्ग मिलता है. तो actually मैंने भी start किया FNO.
Futures and options.
Again, like I was a novice that time. I started, I thought जल्दी पैसा बनाएंगे हम भी. So though thankfully I didn't lose money, but I lost a lot of sleep and a lot of mental peace because of that. And I decided not to invest in futures and options anymore. I do use it for risk management sometimes, but not beyond that.
As a hedging instrument.
Yeah.
But yes, future and option is a risky game.
Yeah.
During COVID, it was a frenzy. Like everyone was doing.
घर पे बैठ के बैटिंग मतलब गोवा जाना नहीं मिल रहा है.
सही बात है.
It's easier.
It was easier. सही बात. So now we'll do a fun part with you. इधर ये एक rapid fire है जहाँ पे हम this and that questions
Fun
आपसे
आपका ही
पूछेंगे.
मेरा है.
दोनों का ही fun है. And maybe fun for audience also.
Yeah.
So this is about this and that question. The first will be stability or high returns.
Stability.
Stability. Okay. And long-term planning or short-term gains.
Long-term planning.
Okay. Growth investing or value investing.
Value investing.
Risk avoidance or risk management.
Risk management.
Okay. And diversify widely or stay focused.
Stay focused.
Okay. And behavioral coaching or product expertise.
So both are important. Can I be a little diplomatic in this answer?
So now we have a final rapid fire round where is like you have to, with one word you have to answer it.
Okay.
So one asset to own.
Right now?
Like you must own.
Equity, undoubtedly.
Equity. Okay. One asset to avoid.
Right now, silver. But otherwise, there are many. Like crypto.
Maybe crypto.
Yeah.
Best investing book.
Most important thing by Howard Marks.
Okay. And stock buying mantra.
Value a business and buy at low.
Value a business. How do you value the business?
So that is a little complex. So investing, nobody said investing is easy, right? So,
and one investing habit everyone should build.
Start investing regularly.
Okay.
In small proportions, but regularly.
Regularly. Correct. So I think we have come to the end of this podcast. And
thank you.
Before you go, like I want for EQMint audience, tell us 3 golden rule of investing.
See, number one is asset allocation. That is the key. I think that anybody, whether young or old, need to have according to their risk tolerance. So that is number one for me. Number two would be, this is one thing which I've developed over the years, that it's very, very difficult to be smart in the market, right?
Yes.
But it's very easy not to be a fool.
Yes.
So though it's one line, but it requires a lot of explanation. I think we can do a different podcast
on this.
Yeah. And number three would be, so when the opportunity presents to you, you need to go big in that. So there are opportunities which come to you, but at that time you're not very sure and you don't invest according to the opportunity. So that I think helps a lot.
Thanks a lot, Hardeep.
Thank
this
you.
is really a pleasure having you here.
Yeah. My pleasure.
I got to learn a lot, and thank you so much.
Thanks.
So everyone, this was Finance Simplified by EQMint. Like, share, and subscribe to us, and keep following us. We'll come back with another episode very soon. Thank you.